Good evening, friends. We all know that in India, we follow a bicameral legislature at the union level. We are talking about our Parliament of India. Remember, students, the Parliament of India composed of the Lok Sabha, the Rajya Sabha, along with the President. But often we get confused how Rajya Sabha is different than that of Lok Sabha. And for that purpose, today we are here for a comparative study on the differences between the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. So without any further delay, guys, let us start the topic. As we all know, guys, that both of them have a explicit mention in our constitution by respective articles. In our constitution, Article 80 tells us about Rajya Sabha, whereas Article 81 tells us about Lok Sabha. Along with the President of India, they form the Parliament, the Union Parliament. Now, let us understand why or what sort of different names they have. Guys, Lok Sabha is also known as, by the name itself, it suggests that it is known as House of People, Lok Sabha. But along with that, it also has a different name known as Lower House of the Parliament. Whereas the Rajya Sabha is known as Council of States, Upper House, or sometimes we also address Rajya Sabha as House of Elders. Why elders, guys? Because if you want to be the member of the Rajya Sabha, the minimum age is required 30 years. 30 years is the minimum age. Whereas in case of the Lok Sabha, the minimum age is 25 years. So, thus it is termed as House of Elders because the minimum age is 30 years. Then we move to the number of seats, the composition. What is the composition of Lok Sabha? What is the composition of Rajya Sabha? So the constitutional, according to our constitution, the composition of Lok Sabha was earlier 552, now it's 550. The composition of Rajya Sabha is 250. The current strength is 543 for Lok Sabha, whereas 245 for our Rajya Sabha. Guys, we had 552, which means in Lok Sabha earlier we had 2 nominated members from the Anglo-Indian communities. But by 104th Constitutional Amendment Act, we removed that provision and we made it only 550. Now, there's a question that often aspirants doubt or often aspirants ask that what is the number of nominated members in Lok Sabha? So remember, aspirants, the number of nominated members in the Lok Sabha is nil. We do not have any nominated members in the Lok Sabha. Whereas in case of Rajya Sabha, there are 238. There are 238 elected members. There are 238 elected members along with 12 nominated members. Now, who are these 12 nominated members? These are individuals who excel in different fields of the society, be it sports, be it science, or be it any sort of public services. The President of India nominates these individuals to be a member of the upper house of the parliament, that is the Rajya Sabha. Now, as we have discussed, guys, these members have different types of elections. They face different types of election by which they get the access to their respective house, that is Rajya Sabha or Lok Sabha. Remember, guys, if you want to be the member of Lok Sabha, the citizens of this particular country will choose you, which means it is directly elected by the citizens through the universal adult franchise, which means anyone above the 18 years of age, any Indian citizen who is enrolled in the voter list shall have the right to choose its representative, which means in Lok Sabha. But when it comes to the Rajya Sabha, these MLAs, member of legislative assemblies, they elect the members of their Rajya Sabha, members of the Rajya Sabha elected by the state UT legislators. Who are legislators? Member of legislative assembly. Moving to the next slide, guys, we have how the election takes place, which we have discussed. Direct election using first past the post, which means whoever attains the majority. Okay, whoever attains the majority. But in case of Rajya Sabha, it is indirect election using single transferable vote by MLAs, which means in a particular paper there is, okay, their names will be written and they will have the preferences, just like the presidential election. And nominated members, which we have already discussed, guys, that these are nominated by the president of the country, president of India, 12 members. Now, as far as the tenure is considered, remember guys, Lok Sabha is a temporary body. It's a temporary body where it is subjected to dilution after 5 years, or it can be diluted earlier as well. It can be dissolved earlier as well. Whereas Rajya Sabha is a permanent body, or if we calculate, it's having a tenure of 6 years. How 6 years? Guys, after every 2 years, 1/3 of the member, they retire. So which means at the end of the sixth year, we are getting a new fresh batch of members. So thus we can say that it's a permanent body and Lok Sabha is a temporary body. Lok Sabha is a temporary body. Now, when it comes to joint session of the parliament, joint session of the parliament is called under certain circumstances. Now, who presides over the meeting when it's a joint session? As we know that there are different chairpersons in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Remember guys, in Lok Sabha, we have a Speaker of the Lok Sabha that is being elected among the members itself. Whereas the Vice President is the ex officio chairman of the Rajya Sabha. So whoever holds the office of Vice President automatically becomes the chairman of the Rajya Sabha. But in case of a joint sitting, the seat, which means who is going to chair it, of course it is the Speaker of the Lok Sabha is going to preside. Speaker of the Lok Sabha is going to preside over the meeting in a joint session. Moving towards the next slide, guys, we have what are the exclusive powers that both of these houses hold. Both of Rajya Sabha or Lok Sabha, they have certain exclusive powers. Now, when it comes to Lok Sabha has exclusive power of introducing money bills, which means money bills can only be introduced in Lok Sabha. No confidence motion against the current government can only pass or initiated in Lok Sabha. But when it comes to Rajya Sabha has exclusive power of creating All India Services. All India Services, IPS, is an example of All India Services. It can allow Parliament to make laws on the state list in national interest. Now we know that the 7th schedule gives us 3 lists: union list, state list and the concurrent list, and there are subjects in different lists. Okay, so if there is a subject under union list, only union government can make certain laws over that. If there is a subject under the state list, only the state can make laws over that. And if there is a concurrent list, subject in a concurrent list, both the state and the union government can make. But so Rajya Sabha, by the specific article 249, the union can make, which means the parliament can make laws in the state list in national interest. Basically, at times when the state is facing crisis or the country is facing crisis, such as national emergency. National emergency. So guys, this was a holistic idea and coverage of most important essence and the difference between Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. If you want to learn more in an easy and simple manner, stay connected with Edufy.